Boxing King Media in association with Boxer, Dominic Ingle. What a performance from your man Danny Murrell. Showed skills in the first fight and a bit of power this time.
Yeah, I think he's been out for 15 months and he wanted to impress tonight because he's on home ground. Last time he boxed up Leeds Wakefield, where he's close to home in Rotherham, just a stone's throw away from Doncaster or Denby, where he's from. So he just jumped on the kid straight away and let his frustrations out on the guy.
What else could the fans expect to see from him next time? Because he's shown both sides of his game now.
He has, but I think what he needs is momentum. He's only young, and he needs a bit of continuity. He needs to keep the flow, because like in the first fight, it was a totally different one to this time. And I think that's just down to the fact that he's been out for so long, and he wasn't quite sure. He said I felt as nervous in that fight as it is my first amateur fight. So he's come through it, and I've said to him, look, get up in the morning, go for a run, back in the gym Monday, and keep on it, and start dropping your weight down, because I want him to be walking around at 10 stone, boxing at lighter weight. So it's a bit fleshy tonight, but it's to be expected, and we're going to work from there, gradually work up the opposition.
What do you think of that for the first fight on a first show for GBM Sports?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a fantastic production. Look at the setup, the walkway, the lights, the video screens. He's chucked some money into it, and that's what people want to be. They want to be entertained. They want to see flashing lights and a good atmosphere, and that's what he's getting. So, fair play to GBM Sports. They've pulled it out of the bag for this one, and hopefully the crowds will grow, the interest will grow. It's got good production, and people, want to come out and see an event.
And I can't let you go without asking about Kell Brook. I spoke to HEARN today, and he said to me, Kell's asking for 10 million to fight Conor Benn. What's your views on that?
Well, you know what, you're a very, very honoured man to be able to get a direct line to HEARN. I think, whether that's what the case is, I don't know, but, Eddie doesn't tend to, embellish things, does he? Not much. But there's big money. There might be. I mean, Kell's at the stage of his career now where, in that last performance, let's be honest. Let's be honest. In the last 6 months in boxing, or even in the last 6 months, we've had a lot of fights. It's the most exciting fight we've seen. And that was a fight what wasn't going to sell, that nobody was interested in, that they were way past the sell-by dates, and Kell Brook was more washed up than Amir Khan, and none of it, proved to be true. A lot of boxing experts and commentators, got it wrong. They all backed Khan. But Kell Brook came through, and I always believed that no matter what stage of their careers they were at, Kell Brook would always beat Khan. It was 6 rounds the other week. Early on in the career, it might have been 8 or 10, but Kell Brook would have definitely always stopped Amir Khan. So, I think the fight might happen with Conor Benn. It might happen in a big stadium, and if it happens in a big stadium, say Wembley, with pay-per-view, well, there's probably going to be 10 or 15 million quid in the pot, isn't there? So why not? Why not have 10 million?
Eddie's reaction is more like it's very unrealistic, and he's pricing himself out. So I take it that's a realistic, proposition from Kell.
Usually you price yourself out at fights that you don't want, and Kell Brook's never. I think we can now accept that he'll fight anybody. People said, "Oh, you're ducking this guy, you're ducking that guy," but he never has. So if people are going to pay to watch him and that money's going in, realistically, the money should be going to the fighters and not to the promoters, really. They should be taking the lion's share, shouldn't they? So, if that fight does sell in Wembley and it packs it out, because Conor Benn's got a big following down that way, and there's 20 million in the pot. How much is Conor Benn going to want? 1 or 2 million, 12 million quid there, 10 million for Kell, 2 million for Conor Benn. There's 8 million to play with, so it can be done, and the money can be paid, can't it? It's not unrealistic.
And with regards to Amir Khan, last question, rematch clause. Do you know anything about that? Has he invoked the rematch clause?
No idea, but I think he has until today. I think that usually rematch clause are about 2 weeks. I think this was 3 weeks. But there was lots of variables in the contract. I don't know. Sky had, if it's not going to sell again, they're not. What's the point of having a rematch? If say they both cut for a decent amount this time, are they going to get the same for next time? Are they going to box for less? Of course they're not going to box for less. They want to box for more. And will it cause that kind of interest? Not really, because even though the finish wasn't clinical, it was definitive in the sense that Kell won easy enough. Would you agree? There can't be an argument to say that it was prematurely stopped or that Khan was in the fight, because maybe I think they gave him the second round, and he wasn't going to. Looking at the 6th round, he wasn't bamboozling Kell Brook or improving on the previous round. So what's the point?
Fair point, Dom. We'll catch up soon for a longer version of this, but for now, thank you so much.
No problem.